People, welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now today I'm going to talk about whether or not Indicom has made crime better or worse in Jamaica. I've done a similar video, but this is the right time. I'm seeing that somebody actually sent me an article, right? An article that is out there in the open for people to read, right? I've thought to myself, you know what? Can't make this opportunity go to waste, right? We're going to bury this once and for all. But before I go any further, special Patreon shout out, right, to Dr. Walcott Francis, right? Happy birthday, right, over there in Vancouver, Canada. Big up yourself, more life, more health, right? From the whole family and friends, big up, right? So, people, let's get into the meat of the matter. Indicom, right, or Indicom Jamaica, their official name, has been coming under a lot of pressure lately, well, since them start, to be honest. But you see, there is a narrative that surrounds Indicom, and the people of Jamaica deserve to know whether or not a real thing or it's a scam. And the narrative is that Indicom, since it came about, it has made things worse for Jamaican police officers as it relates to crime fighting, and it has made things better for the criminals. That is the narrative that is being pushed. That narrative is being pushed so much that a lot of Jamaicans actually accept this as fact. And to be honest, back in the day when me used to hear people say this, because enough police used to tell me that, right, I used to think to myself, oh yeah, I say. But then luckily I'm the type of person that likes to go and do my own research and check up the numbers, check the facts and see if something really goes so, right? So people, make a look on it now, because now is the right time to talk about an organization like Indicom. We see what is happening not just in Jamaica but all across the world. So let's settle this thing once and for all, people, right? I'm going to need you to look at your screen right now, because this is what somebody sent to me, right, in an email, and I'm going to post it so everybody can see it. And this is what really prompted me to do this video. Right, so check it out on your screen right now, people. I'll read it for those who can't see it. It says, and I quote, Indicom has succeeded greatly in causing hard-working police officers to literally drop their hands out of fear of being caught up in the demagogic web, demagogic, big word, web of slander which has been unleashed against members of the force by narcissist Terence Williams. Narcissist, another big word. This person loves the big words, right? And foreigner Hamish Campbell, the Commissioner and Chief Deputy of Indicom. He goes on to state, as a consequence, crime has increased exponentially. Another big word. I love the big word. Year over year, more rank and file police officers are leaving the department. Even as the JCF is unable to meet recruitment targets, commissioners of police are changed and exchanged, and the nation is no closer to a solution of ending the bloodletting. End quote. People, make we address this, because you see, these are the kind of writings that are floating around out in Jamaica that help to push the narrative, right? Again, you just read it, you just heard it loud and clear. Indicom, cause of Indicom, crime has increased exponentially year over year. People, exponentially. So let's look into the facts, shall we? Now, people of Jamaica, Indicom came about in 2010. The act itself was passed in April 2010 and they began operating August 2010. So look at your screen right now, please, people of Jamaica. See, we're going to cancel out the year 2010 itself because Indicom got established halfway between that year. So we could cancel out that year when we're looking at crime, shall we? Let's look at the years prior to Indicom, because remember, Indicom made crime increase exponentially year over year. Let's look at the year 2004. 1,471 Jamaicans were murdered. 2005, 1,674 Jamaicans were murdered. 2006, 1,340 Jamaicans were murdered. 2007, 1,574 Jamaicans were murdered. 2008, 1,601 Jamaicans were murdered. 2009, 1,680 Jamaicans were murdered. Jamaica had back-to-back 1600 murder years 10 years ago. You see why not all video I tell people say people will stop what like say whether crime just bad at Jamaica. Anyway, as I said, let's switch out 2010 because that was the year Indicom started. Let's look at the following year when, according to the narrative, crime should skyrocket because now Indicom established and police afraid for work, so criminals are going to be running rampant and police are doing them job less. Let's look at 2011, shall we? Wait a minute. And by the way, people, 2011 starting is in the blue part of your screen circle. Right. Wait a minute. 2011. What's that? Maybe my eyes are failing me. 1125, the year after Indicom was begun operating? Nah, that must be a fluke. That must be a fluke. Let's see the year after that. 2012. But wait, 1097? No. Maybe it's another fluke. How about 2013? Wait a minute, what's that? 1200? No, that's listen, people, these are all flukes, right? According to the narrative. Let's look at 2014, shall we? 1000 and what that? 8 or 5, I can't see that properly. 1005. 2015. 1192. Do you see where I'm coming from right now? Do you see why the word narrative is so important? And do you see why I always speak about it? Because if you allow certain people with their agendas to control the narrative, you will end up vilifying something that's good and praising something that is bad. People at Jamaica wanna listen to me. The numbers don't lie. The years leading up to the formation of Indicom, murder in Jamaica was much worse than the years post-Indicom. That is not the opinion of Sir P. That is not even the opinion of Simple Simon. Those are absolute facts. People of Jamaica, don't make nobody with them agenda tell us say Indicom and make crime at Jamaica get worse because we have the numbers in front of us. As a matter of fact, people of Jamaica, please look at your screen right now. We're going to look at an actual graph so that it's even easier for people to understand what we're talking about. As you can see on your screen right now, right, Jamaica had 1600 plus murders a years before Indicom started. Between 2004 2010, we had 3 years where there were over 1600 murders. One of them almost reached, well, 2 of them almost reached 1700, right? People look on the screen, you know. The blue arrow is pointing to the year when Indicom was established. As you can see, a huge drop, right? That year. Dropped even further that year, short spike go up, then made a huge drop go all the way back down to 1005, go up to 2008, 1354. Then we had a 1600 year, that was 2017. I don't know if, but of course everybody remember 2017. Then it dropped back down again to 1287. So since Indicom got established in 2010, we had 1 year, right? In 10 years, we had 1 year that was anything close to the previous years prior to Indicom. Are you people with me? So now tell me, who or which group of people with no agenda could come to a reasonable conclusion, looking at the facts in front of the people of Jamaica, that Indicom has made crime and murder in Jamaica worse? Who could come to that conclusion? I'll tell you who. People who have an agenda. People who hate the fact. So now that's Indicom their own, they can't get to do what them feel like. And don't worry, no people, I'm not saying Indicom is perfect, you know. In the same video, I'm going to call out Indicom for some things that they need to sort out. Don't worry yourself, right? But we need to get rid of that narrative. It is false. It is a Nancy story. A wicked and corrupt and crooked cops push that narrative. You hear me? I tell the people of Jamaica, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah. But me here say because of Indicom, the police afraid for even challenge the gunman because gunman shoot our police and police tell him drive a king gun because policeman afraid say Indicom I come lock him up after, and because of that policeman pick up round. So if Indicom never the run, the police go shoot back. But because Indicom exists, the police never shoot back, and because of that enough police are dead and can't do them job properly.
People of Jamaica, that narrative is insane. There is no policeman in Jamaica who put in a life and death situation with no gunman. I got itch for pull off and pop off film weapon because him afraid of the come. That is ridiculous. Survival is the first part of human nature, right? That's the first thing any reasonable human being try to do. No man nah keep no gun pan them waist, but I'm afraid of the come, so I nah shoot, but nothing no go so. People of Jamaica, that is not true. That doesn't even make sense. Gunman shoot off of you and you nah shoot back because you're afraid of Indicom. People of Jamaica, let me tell you something. Indicom, really and truly, when I look on it, check the numbers. How much police Indicom really sink? In their 10 years of operating, how much police Indicom really sink? Right? Come on, people. Few and far between. Them are going like say, not 300-400 police in a jail house because of Indicom. People of Jamaica. Indicom can't stop police from doing what they want to do, especially when it comes down to bad man. Let me tell you something, Jamaica. Since Indicom come out, there has literally been hundreds of 87s who get slapped with. Right? Police smash them up. And all when it is clear, all they can catch the 87 of them sleep and kill them, Indicom they get none out of the case. The idea is that Indicom just a lock up man left, right and center is nonsense. And let me tell you something, people of Jamaica. If you really think about it, which type of case Jamaican people pressure Indicom the most for? Is it really gunman case? Is it really some man over here say police to do this, them not do this in the streets and them not do this in the streets and Jamaican people say, yo, who are here? No, that is not true. From what I have seen, Jamaican people don't even push forget the answer from Indicom when it comes down to 87. Once people hear other money and that youth and clans and they do this, people are like, oh, you know when people really push Indicom? Is when the story sound extraordinarily spooky. And the story, people say, well, that man, we don't know if he mix up in a nothing. Or that man in the dung and so, and he never do over here, so we then claim. That is when people really push Indicom. The overwhelming majority of cases where 87s get killed in shootout, whether it was actually shootout or not, Jamaican people kiss them teeth and say, I saw it go. People need to stop act like say Indicom, Jamaican people and in a push Indicom for solve everything. No. When 87s get catch and mash up from police, people not push nothing. I'm not talk about the people in the community now. I'm not talk about the residents in the community of Ball and Black Road. I talk about Jamaica. You know when Jamaica get upset about something? Because you know when the nation is upset about a case? That doesn't happen for 87s. People don't try and make up no foolish story. That does not happen for the average 87. Right? People can read story and say, well, something not sound right or so. Those are the cases Mr. Jamaican people pressure Indicom for. The amount of 87s will get lit down under very questionable circumstances and nothing no come out of it. Jamaican people kiss them teeth. Indicom say them go investigate and nothing no come out of it. It is very difficult for Indicom even get a case against the police. Very difficult. Very, very difficult, people of Jamaica. So first of all, that narrative needs to stop. Like say, it's every raid police go up and police end up behind bars because of Indicom. Nothing no go so. Now, let me talk about my issue with Indicom. This is what I would complain Indicom need to start out. First and foremost, here is the real issue I have with Indicom. Indicom has a dreadful record when it comes on to catching the senior police members who order some of these apps where the smaller police them go up and will get sink. The most infamous of which is probably the case that go down with Chucky Brown, right? But people of Jamaica, understand this. Whenever Indicom go for some of them cases, the little constable them and the little and the corporals, they are normally the one them who we see get thrown in front of the system and end up behind bars, right? If them go, but the few times they didn't go behind bars, it's some little corporal and some little prayer and some little constable, right? However, these men are normally, well, not normally, these men are mostly, for the most part, sent on these missions by more senior police officers. See, how many ACPs and SSPs and all these Wallipa Ps and them on a Sir P, right, where we see get thrown in front of Indicom. Talk to the people of Jamaica. When you think they go down with Chucky Brown and Chucky Brown they start say, yo, want want to the big man up at top, all on run him on him. Because remember, Chucky Brown said he was supplied by bigger heads, right? And we even here say the then commissioner, Owen Ellington, step aside and we say, all right, it look like things are going on now, but nothing come out of it. Not at the fact, the last I heard, Owen Ellington gone into the herb selling business, right? Turn big time entrepreneur right now, right? And of course, as we know, Chucky Brown, I go stay in a jail till him catch all the color of the cell, right? So that is my thing with Indicom. Indicom need to start get more of these senior officers, because just like anything else, if you really want to flush out the system, you have to start from the top. And just flinging away a bag of constables is the equivalent of flinging away a bag of 87s. That will not solve anything, at least not in the medium to long term. People of Jamaica, those of you who have bought into the narrative that Indicom make crime worse, let me say something to you. And I've heard people say as far as that Indicom must get removed, and when you get rid of Indicom, people of Jamaica, listen to me right now. Be careful what you wish for. You see them talk about get rid of Indicom and low police make police. Be careful what you wish for. I do not want to live in a society where we do not have an independent body. If we look into some of these cases surrounding JCF and JDF or whichever government body there is, right? People of Jamaica, please be careful what you wish for. We've seen what can happen when police get carried away, when police start doing their own thing. People of Jamaica, understand this. Before Indicom, enough police, them extra hustle, was to carry out contract hit. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons why you probably see these big drops on your screen from the 1618 to the 1683 down to 1124, probably one of the reasons why that big drop happened is because enough police couldn't get to match them works. Enough of those figures where you see, the 1618 and the 1583 and the 1674 before Indicom, enough of those murders, a police carried them out. Police at the hitman work carried them out. Police, it was not, back in the day, that was normal for police to extra roast, take a money and go shoot man. It still happen now, but nowhere near as much as how it happened before Indicom. Right? So when you see certain people push the narrative, when you hear certain police and some of their lackeys in the media try to push that, some of their agents in the media try to push that, is because they want to get back to the old days when them could have take $500,000, pull it down smarty with one little machine of them take it from an 87 and them have it in a station. So them take it from a station, carry it go up on the road, shoot smarty, then carry it back, put it back in a station and nothing come out of it. People of Jamaica, I'm begging you, think long and hard. When you not say get rid of Indicom, think long and hard what you are wishing for. Don't go talk about to get rid of Indicom and then compare the police doing this and police doing that. Right? Because we have sense over here, so we can pick and choose and look between. This is why I tell people if you don't rely upon false equivalency. Because they can't say, oh, police shoot that man down there so, and police shoot that man over here so. Listen, because one man over here so might actually be a criminal and a shootout, and next man over here so might be the policeman girl. People of Jamaica, you hear me just say? Two man can get killed from police. One of them was actually a criminal, and one of them, his crime was literally in there to take the policeman woman. And that's how him lose his life. People of Jamaica, be careful what you wish for. We need an independent body to oversee the thing them want to go down surrounding JCF and JDF. You do not want to live in a society where a body like Indicom does not exist. Is Indicom perfect? Absolutely not. I just told you Indicom have whole heap of things to work on. But for people act like say they shouldn't exist and to spread the false narrative that Indicom make crime worse at Jamaica, it simply isn't true. Jamaicans, I urge you, even if you did believe this narrative, I get it because that's how narratives work. When you hear it so often, after a while you accept it. Back in the day, even me used to fall for this until I go do my own research, right? Because enough policemen and them love to them things, Indicom because it can't work. Right? People of Jamaica, it's not true. Them crooked cops want to go back to the days when them could have loot, shoot, and do what they feel like and nothing come out of it. And the man them come investigate them was just them like a friend them. or in Kelowna region. Yeah, man, sort out this, and the police them who know, the man them who do the investigation get to it, and the one them who don't know get sink. No, we need an independent body, separate from the police, right? If you look what I go on. People of Jamaica, I hope this video has enlightened you. I mean, someone, I know this not gonna have no effect on some people. Listen, I know the culture. We're a stubborn people, right? When man make up their mind and don't make up their mind, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing in the cover. Anyway, I'm just reaching out to rational Jamaicans, people with reason. I urge you, please, do not let anybody draw down the line and tell us, we need to get rid of Indicom. That would be a terrible thing to society. And any politician who tell you, any politician you hear, go up on stage, they go tell you, say, you need to get rid of Indicom. That is not a friend of the people, and you need to vote him out ASAP. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless.